Linda. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to do a tutorial for Digi and SVG designs for you, and they're called layered embellishments. This is what you get in the kit. First of all, she kind of gives you an example explanation of how you want to do them. And first of all, you want to print out your papers. These are all of the bases that we're going to layer up. She's even got some little words here. This kit is huge for embellishments. You can always make them ahead of time, and they're always ready for you when you need them. Or you can make them up like I do to fit the color of the theme that I'm using. Some beautiful butterflies. And these are the backing papers. There's several of those. So while you go print out your stuff, I'll get mine cut out and we'll be back and resume the tutorial. That you've got everything printed out, you've kind of selected the little pieces you want to embellish your base with. Let's get started and let's have fun. Remember, there's no right way or wrong way to do this. It's your imagination. You put everything the way you like it. I'm just trying to give you some ideas. These are the pieces I've used. And I've cut them out, and I do ink everything. And I use the distressed ink, and I use Vintage Photo. The glue I use is tacky glue. I would not recommend a glue stick with this at all, because I print on cardstock. I just think it holds up better. It's a little bit heavier, and it stands up over time. On this one, I put some eyelets to make a little dangle. You don't have to do that at all. You could just punch a hole. And I've used the little bulb pins. They work like safety pins. Or you can use just baby safety pins if you wanted. Whatever you want, or you don't have to do a dangle at all. I just like little dangles. And as we put it together and I finish one, I'll show you how you can put it on your page. So we're going to start with this one. Get some glue going here. This one is going to hang off, so I'm not going to put my glue too far down on the bottom. You want to get a good layer of glue and make sure that you get all your edges so that they don't curl up after a while. And just lay it down there. And it depends on the size of your page, you know, how much you want hanging over the edges. That's totally up to you. And I'll show you how you can make little pockets out of them too. So there's the first one. And I decided I wanted this one. And you don't have to do everything vertical, horizontal. You can do angles. Your imagination is what's going to help you make this. And you can just do what I do. I cut them all out, the ones I want to use. And then I just kind of play with them and move them around and kind of get an idea of how I want them to be. So I've got it going off the bottom here. There is so much to choose from. I have never seen a kit this big to make layered clusters. She has included everything you could possibly want in here. I'm going to leave this area here because I want to see the pretty blue roses underneath. Excuse my stained fingernails. It is a permanent state with me because I ink everything. I'm going to put that one straight, give it a little bit something different. A little circle. She's also included, as you notice, some little sayings. I am very big on putting little sayings on just about everything I do. Let's see, let's overlap that a little bit. And you can put more on yours if you want. You can put less. It's up to you. Now on the little butterfly, because I don't want him all glued down, I'm just going to take my fingernails. You can see how I just kind of bend him, and that's the only place I'm putting glue on, because I want his little wings to stick up. And we got our little, I chose Be Yourself. And we'll put it like here. And there's our first one, ladies. That's simple. Here's my little thing down there. There we go. Now on the dangles, I did back them with this piece here. As you can see, I cut it out there. Just so when they flip and flop around, you don't see the white underneath. You could take your page. You could glue it in the center. You could glue it where your dangles hang off your page. Anywhere you want it, you could put it at an angle. If you wanted to make a pocket where you could put like one of the tags, let me get one here. Like this little sheet, all these little tags, whatever size you wanted, you could stick those in the back. Let's cut one out and I'll show you what it would possibly look like. We'll just pick any one here. And you would, if you made your tags, you would want to back them with the backing papers that's included, that you printed out. There was this one, the pretty roses, one with the print on it. If you wanted to make a pocket out of it, you would glue on the sides, all around the sides, leaving the top open. Glue it down however you wanted it. Then you could cut out several of your little tags and just stick them in there. And there you go. Okay, let's do another one. I cut out this base. And let's see how we want to do this one. Start putting some glue. Remember, there's no mistakes. It's how you want it. That's how we're going to end up with this. Just try to remember, like you can see, I glued it to my paper. Don't put glue where if it's going to hang over. Or if you do, by accident, you can just wipe it off with a tissue. Don't have to make pockets. As I showed you in that other one, you could just glue the whole thing down as a decoration. This I'm going to make a little pocket on the tag, so I'm only going to put a very thin line of glue around the edges. And we'll put it about here. Wipe off that little bit of glue I got there on that one. Don't need it. And I'm going to put this little guy in the pocket, so we'll take our paper here, our backing paper, glue it down. I hope I'm staying in camera. I get so busy I forget. And if you have a trimmer, you can use a trimmer or your scissors, whatever you're comfortable with. She even gave you some examples, what she came up with. I think some of her ideas are gorgeous. The way she finished them here. Just gives you a little idea of some other things you can do. And we'll ink this up. And if you're not an inker, you do not have to ink by any means. And we're just gonna slip that right in there. If I can, there we go. It sticks out. Take our little circle here. You can put as much as you want on these. I like lots. Tried not to get too crazy. I cut out one of the little flowers and I just used my pokey tool. If you don't have one of these, you can use a big safety pin, anything to make the holes so that you can sew your thread through it. And this is just pearl cotton thread. And I'm going to put some glue over that thread. Then we get our little word. I picked good vibes. There's our other one. I picked one more. One of the little ovals. I thought that was pretty. Roses on it. I thought that oval went real good with the background. These are fun, and they really embellish your pages. And they have so many uses. There's the little heart. And there's the little holes that she's added there. You can poke them out, tie something in there if you want, or just leave it as is. Looks just as pretty. I did one of the little scallops. These images that she's made for the embellishments, they go with a lot of her paper sets, so it would really add if you're making a journal, whatever you're making. The colors would blend in really nice. I just did a journal using her set, and it's called Romantic Blues. This would be beautiful with it on one of the pages. Get her little stamp. You can also, if you did want to make a pocket, you don't have to have everything coming out of the top. So let's see. Let's do this one a little bit straighter. You could just glue it down so you wanted to pull. And remember, when you glue them down, if your spine of your book is here, you don't want anything pulling towards your fold here. You would want to make your pull this way. So on this one, you would just glue it down around this way, to about there, I think, on each side. And then you could have some little tags, more than one, sticking out around. 3 would fit really nice. There, we have done 3. Fast, easy, and nothing stopping us but our imagination. You just play all you want. You don't have to, keep all the blues with the blues. There's so many options. The blues would go with just about any of these pretty red roses and the pink. The options she has given you is endless. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.